All right, today we are diving into a productivity method that I know sounds a little weird, but it might just be the single best way to absolutely crush procrastination and completely change how your day feels. Let's get right into it. Seriously, take a second. Picture it in your head right now. That one thing you keep shoving to the bottom of your to-do list, the one you're secretly hoping just disappears. We all have one. And the whole idea we're talking about today is about facing that thing head on. And this is where it all comes from. This awesome, if kind of weird, quote from Mark Twain. The metaphor is actually super simple. Get the worst thing over with first, and the rest of your day is going to feel like a cakewalk. Okay, so to make this whole metaphor actually work for us, we need to be really clear on one thing. What exactly is our frog? Now, here's the crucial point. Your frog isn't just any tough task. Nope, it's the most important one. It's that high-impact thing that's actually going to move you closer to your big goals, which, let's be honest, is exactly why it feels so intimidating and why we love to avoid it. And your frog can show up in any part of your life, right? Maybe for you at work, it's finally sitting down to deal with that big report. Or it could be making that awkward phone call you've been putting off for days. Or hey, maybe it's personal, like finally getting your finances organized. I bet you can spot your own frog somewhere on this list. But why does this simple trick work so well? I mean, how can tackling just one task first have such a huge ripple effect on your entire day? Well, the secret is all about the science of momentum. You know, procrastination isn't just about losing time. It's an energy vampire. That task you're avoiding, it creates this mental wake, this low-level stress that just follows you around all day. By eating the frog first, you're not just finishing a task. You're blowing up that entire negative cycle. And just look at the payoff here. You get this amazing mental clarity because the biggest stressor of your day is just done, vanished. That creates momentum. Suddenly, every other task feels so much easier. You're not wasting time on little distractions. And that feeling of accomplishment, it just builds your confidence and fuels your motivation for the entire rest of the day. Okay, so we know the what and the why. So how do you actually put this into practice? Let's walk through a super simple 5-step plan you can literally start using tomorrow morning. Here is the game plan. First, the night before, you identify your one single frog for the next day. Second, you schedule it first thing. Third, you prepare everything you need so there's zero friction in the morning. Fourth, and this one is absolutely critical, you start immediately. No checking emails, no scrolling social media, you just dive in. And finally, number 5, you do it again tomorrow. That consistency is what really rewires your brain for success. And you can see how this works for pretty much anyone. For a professional, preparing for that critical presentation leads to a confident delivery. For a student, hitting the books for that tough exam, that probably means a higher grade. For an entrepreneur, making that scary sales call can lead to real business growth. In every single case, doing the hard thing first leads directly to a powerful, positive result. Now, let's be real. If this was just easy, everybody would already be doing it. So how do you deal with that little voice in your head that's begging you, just check your email first? The very idea of starting your day with the most difficult, maybe even unpleasant thing on your list can feel completely backwards. That resistance you feel, it's normal. The trick isn't to pretend it doesn't exist, but to have a strategy ready to deal with it. Here are 3 great ways to do that. If your frog seems way too big, like write a 20-page report, just break it down. Make the first step something tiny, like create the outline. Then promise yourself a reward for when you're done. A good cup of coffee, a short walk, whatever works for you. And if a daily frog just feels like too much to start, just aim for 1 frog a week. You can build the habit from there. Ultimately, that's the core promise here. It's a simple, strategic switch that transforms all the energy you waste on avoiding something into focused, meaningful accomplishment. So, as we wrap this up, think back to that one task from the very beginning, the one you were dreading. The only question left is, what are you going to do about it? Why not decide right now? Tomorrow morning, you're going to eat that frog.